Darkness is where the biggest creation is born. It's where the biggest power comes from. You, you have been accumulating through the storms of your life. You have been accumulating generational wealth, extreme fortune in the fifth dimension. As above, so below. Now is the time to receive. Now is the time that you will witness the great fortune, the blessings, the miracles. You will see these come into your third dimension, into the 3D realm, the 3D reality. The law of assumption is going to be huge here and has been huge. So many of you guys are very, very diligently working with the law of attraction, of course, and the law of assumption. You are assuming that your blessings are arriving. You are assuming that the miracles are occurring. You are assuming that the dreams are coming to reality. And you're right. As above, so below. This magnificent, blessed energy is just like pouring in, pouring through. I've been off work for a few days since Sunday night. Yeah. Because I had a little injury, a little wrong place, wrong time. Of course, I don't believe in any of that. You know, I think everything happens. I know everything happens for a reason. So I always try to find the blessing, the message, the lesson, whatever it is within whatever occurs, right? And you have done this too. So it's like half glass full versus half glass empty kind of people who I'm speaking to right now. Anyways, guys, just so random, silly, right? But in my laundry room, I have an attic, like a square attic, you know, like opening in the ceiling where it goes into my attic. I have a vaulted ceiling on my home. So there's an empty space up in the attic, and what covers the attic opening, like the square cutout in the ceiling, is this like wooden plywood board that kind of just slides. Anyways, it's been like so windy, like hurricane type winds out where I live. Like it's been crazy. And the wind gets through the vents in the vaulted part of the ceiling, you know, blowing through the attic. So it kind of can shake that board sometimes. And I had a vision of this a long time ago, you guys. So again, right, like some of our visions and things that we see, it's not always right, like rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. But anyways, I saw this like happening a long time ago. Like I thought, what if that board, like, you know, I saw it like just one day, like falling out of the ceiling, you know what I mean? Anyways, it finally did. It got wobbled enough to where I didn't even know, because I don't look up at the ceiling when I'm walking through the laundry room and doing stuff. Anyways, I was just walking through and the board fell out and smacked me in the forehead and cut open my forehead. You know, and I have no doubt that the wound, the cut, it's not even cut, it broke it open. But anyways, I had to go to the urgent care and I wasn't sure if I was going to get stitches. I just saw 333. But because I am so protected, so blessed, I'm, you know, I'm not so vain that I'm like, oh my God, my life is over. Like, no. If there's a scar, there's a scar. But you know what? Scars, what witch, what healer, what light worker does not have scars, right? I wear my scars like I wear armor. You know what I mean? They are my armor. They show my strength and what I've been through. So anyways, guys, so I just wanted to share that. So I've been off for a few days. So I'm back. Messages are coming through like crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and clear the air. We're 4 minutes in. All right. If you aren't familiar, that is light language. It is a soul language that is activated when we are ready for it to be activated. Okay, go ahead and just clear. Beautiful. All right, so let's tune in. I think I'm gonna start off. Wow, the chimes are still, the sound is still going. All right, so we definitely have some dense energy to clear out, that's for sure. The longer the chimes sing, the more clearing is happening. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with, you know what? Let's go ahead and start off with we're going to start off with the tea leaf oracle. I haven't used the tea leaf oracle in a very long minute. So let's go ahead and see what wants to come through here. I'm actually just going to split this in half and try to shuffle it best I can. So so it's always darkest before the dawn, right? Darkness is where the biggest creation is born. The darkness, the shadow, the underworld, that is where we find our greatest strength. It's also the most difficult to swim through, to live through, because we are moving through darkness. We're moving through, you know, uncomfortable things. You know, I just saw 555. There's a lot of change happening for you guys at this time. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that you have to, and I think that you guys already are like in this mode, but I also know a lot of you guys need to hear this. You really need to have your heart open right now. What does that mean? Erica, my heart is open. My heart is open. Okay. With your heart being open, that means that you are in a place of surrender. You're in a place of trust. You are not in a place of mental prison. You're not in a place of worry. You're not in a place of anxiety. You're in a, when your heart is open, it means that you're like, you're in this full like trust and faith mode. Okay, like you aren't comparing yourself to other people. There's no, you know, you've been healing like any kind of like comparison or competitive energies within you. Like you see other people successful, or you see other people doing maybe what you feel like called to do. And when there's separation within us, it's very normal through trauma, through wounds, through generational things, to, you know, experience these moments of maybe envy or jealousy. You know, it doesn't have to be like malevolent envy or jealousy, meaning like you don't wish ill on people. It's just you maybe have been in a space, or maybe this is right what you've been, I don't want to say maybe, this is what many of you guys have been healing, which is going back to the heart chakra. You no longer compare apples to oranges. You no longer compare like your journey to other people, or do you know what I mean? It's like that's what being in the heart and having that open heart space, like you have love for all. You are in that space of abundance. You are in that space of receiving. You're in that space, like I said, of trust and faith. And that's where you need to be right now, because I'm telling you, like these freaking magnificent blessings are like pouring in. They're like gonna start trickling in, like for some of you guys, like when the rain starts sprinkling, you know, and you feel like a drop here, a drop there, and then you start to feel a little bit more, and then all of a sudden it's just pouring rain, right? It started as a little trickle, a little sprinkle, and then it's just like full blown just pouring, right? That is literally like what I'm seeing as far as this great fortune and abundance. Maybe for some of you guys, you've started witnessing it already. You've started seeing it trickle in here and there. You know, things start maybe going your way. You're hitting all the green lights every day on your way to work. You know, abundance is hitting. You know, you're meeting new people. But what I'm saying is like this is a moment where it starts to pour, where it's no longer just drizzling or sprinkling. It's like it's pouring. Okay. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. First card here is the broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Going back to the law of assumption, okay, like trusting and having faith and believing in what you are envisioning is key here. And I know a lot of you guys have done this, but you've known a lot of broken wishes, like where you thought it was a wish that you wanted, you thought it was a lover that you wanted, you thought that you could never live without this person, you thought, how am I going to survive without my you know, my job, I can't believe that this is happening, I lost my job, or you know, where am I going to live, like I have to like hurry up and find a new place, like I don't know, but like these are just scenarios that are coming through. So you guys have known a lot of this. I'm also getting like you've been mistreated. Like you've known a lot of that, like where you thought it was a wish fulfillment, but then it ended up being like complete devil energy, only to teach you a lesson, only to level you up. Okay, but what I'm getting with wish will not be granted. This is not a message for who's tuning in. This is a message for, well, I take that back. Sorry, excuse me. This is for a lot of you guys that maybe you are wishing for something, but the universe is saying, no, I'm sorry. It's not in alignment. It's not a frequency match. Maybe you're manifesting a certain person or you know, you're manifesting union with maybe a soulmate, but you're only like manifesting that one person, and the universe is going, I'm sorry, this person is not a match. So it's like unanswered prayers. Have you guys ever heard that song by Garth Brooks? It's such a beautiful song, but he like, basically the whole thing of the song is he thanks God for unanswered prayers, meaning this, what I thought I wanted, it wasn't actually for my highest and greatest good. Okay, so it was like a broken wish. Okay, like the universe intervened, the divine intervened so that you can receive what's actually in alignment with you. But just like this broken bone, like you've known a lot of broken energy, broken friendships, broken relationships, broken family relationships, broken hearts. I mean, like broken promises, right? Like it's not just broken wishbone. It's like, okay, like wishes, it's just thank the universe, thank God's source for unanswered prayers. And then have thanks for the answered prayers. Because like I said, you've accumulated like such massive divine spiritual equity in the ethers. You've accumulated this great wealth, this great fortune through your journey, through your healing, through your journey here in life. You've been weathering the storms, storm after storm after storm. And now is a time of receiving, of replenishment, of rejuvenation, of resurrection, everything. The boot. Oh yeah, you know, Gypsy Cowgirl loves her cowgirl boots. I love it. Okay, so I don't know, boots. I mean, we are moving from like, you know, fall season in the Northern Hemisphere into like the winter months. It is getting extremely cold. And I feel that too. I feel like you guys, you've been moving through, like, it's like you've been warming yourself up. You've been keeping yourself in a state of faith and love and trust, you know, as much as you can. You've been weathering the storms where many people get lost or jaded, or they allow like, you know, moments of mishap, or when things don't go their way, like they become like disgruntled, they become like angry, they become like jaded, you know. You knew that each of these storms that you've been weathering was a freaking initiation. You knew that this was a test. You knew, I have to keep going. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You've known, right? Like broken wishes. Okay. For me, this is a lot of people that like kicked you to the curb, or they left you out in the cold, right? Like for some of you guys, like, I don't know, that could be a confirmation. Like, just so you know, like whatever has been done to you will be returned back, you know, to whoever inflicted it. Like if you rack up, if you create negative karma, or you're, you know, doing things like negatively to people or to hurt people, it's going to come back on you, because what you put out, you get back. So that's what I'm getting, is like, you know, the quote enemy, right? Like for me, there's no such thing as an enemy. Like I honestly don't even like that word, but obviously there are, you know, people out there that it's like one-sided competition. They create an enemy all out of themselves on their own. Like you're just over here doing you and trying to like, right? Like move through the storms, heal yourself, level up, stay focused, have vision, you know, conquering goals. I'm also getting like, I'm seeing like a bunch of like hands trying to claw at you, like trying to pull you down, grab on your clothes, your sweater, your dress, whatever. Like they're trying to pull you down, okay? Because they are down, okay? So you've had a lot of people trying to like take from you. You've had a lot of people pulling on you energetically. I'm hearing give, take. Okay, so like you've given and given and given. And this was also lessons for you to create healthy boundaries in life, in your relationships, right? Right now is a time, like your increased efforts that you've been making to achieve your goals, confirmation that it's all working. Okay, let's get one more, please, from this deck. The broken wishbone, the boot, and the eye. Yeah. Okay, so like your increased efforts of achieving your goals, like you saw this with your spiritual eye. You've seen this with your third eye. For some of you guys, You know, you have very strong ties with ancient Egypt. You have lifetimes, incarnations there. You know, you can connect with certain energies like goddess Isis, Horus, God, the sun god Ra, Sekhmet, Maat, Bastet. Okay, like all these different, I'm getting like Anubis. Okay, so whatever it is, but like you're like someone who has like a very keen sense of vision. Like you can see very clearly with your third eye. It says psychic ability. Trust your intuition. So trust your psychic ability right now. Trust what your intuition is telling you. Do not put too much stock or any stock at all in the 3D reality and like what's going on around you. Because what I'm getting is that for some of you guys, you're moving through some of the biggest battles. I'm hearing like, you know that, what is it, that game, that board game or that game, Battleship? So you sunk my battleship, or I sunk your battleship, or whatever, okay? So like many people have tried to sink your battleship, but your battleship is strong. Like you are an elite warrior. You are someone who like your intuition, your psychic ability, your mediumship, your clairs, your prophetic sight, etc., being an oracle, like it's beyond like the norm. Like you're beyond the norm. And that's why you've also experienced a lot of brokenness. A lot of people like, you know, giving you the boot or making you feel like that, like people like kicking you to the curb. I'm getting a lot of breadcrumbing, a lot of ghosting, like a lot of people who came into your life and they made you feel used. They made you feel, you know, like used and abused is kind of what I'm getting. Like people who came in and they just took from you. Remember what I heard? Give, 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 take, take, take. Like you gave, people took, took, took. And then they left. But you were able to see. Even when you couldn't see, you could see. And for who that part is for, you will know. And it will make perfect sense. Look at this. Because, what did I say? This, the download. You guys, I've been off, like, day to day, like, because I'm such an open channel and I receive so many messages for the collective, for the viewer, for my soul familia. Like spirit works very strongly through me, right? The divine, the angels, ascended masters, God's source works very strongly through me as a conduit, as a medium, as a vessel for information from the higher realms, higher dimensions, different timelines, etc. So this is like always what you need to know at like the highest level, right? And the download that I was getting so strongly, and I was like, that's the first message I'm going to record when I get back to work, was this. Darkness is where creation is born. And you have accumulated such magnificent wealth that is as above, so below, coming down in the form of all kinds of success. There it is. There it is. Okay. This is giving me like snowflake winter vibes. I know it's like sparkles or whatever, like success, like you're glittering, you're shining. You know, there's all this light coming all around you, that's successful energy. You're held in successful energy right now. For some of you guys, it's about your gifts, your spiritual gifts, your psychic abilities, you know, being a channel, a reader, a medium, you know, a healer, right? Because some of the, I mean, the best healers are highly intuitive healers, because we can tap in and we can see, you know, the astral body. We can see, right, like the different energy bodies. We can see the Ka body. We can see the physical vessel, emotional body, mental body, right? And when I say we, I speak for all of us, you know, that are those highly intuitive psychic healers. Like we can pick up on things, like we just know things, right? Like when I do healing sessions with clients, like it's like crazy. Like the stuff, it is so precise. Like I literally just met with a client like this, I don't know, it was right before I had my little incident. And it was a healing session, and it was such a breakthrough moment, and it was so like just powerful. But specifically I was getting the ribs, the womb, and the abdomen, and she was like in tears, crying, and she was just sharing like afterwards, when I was closing up the healing, you know, space, she was just like in tears, and she was like, Erica, like she was like, basically, specifically just, you know, recently, like she had been to the doctor and like there was things coming through about healing, and it was the ribs, the womb, and the abdomen, and trauma that had been connected to them throughout her life. So that's what I mean. Like you're meant to be a very successful, high level psychic, seer, astrologer. For some of you guys, you know, it's like high level success, you know, reading birth charts, you know, again, being an intuitive astrologer, even like learning astrology, but also mixing your psychic gifts and your intuition with that. It's like on fleek, right? Anyone could read tarot cards. Anyone can shuffle a deck. If you know how to read, you can do this. Okay, it goes beyond, and for some of you guys, this is a moment of teaching, you know, a moment of FYI, perhaps. You have the ability to go beyond this realm. You tune into the spiritual very easily, very strongly, right? And there's so many light workers, star seeds, earth angels on earth at this time that embody this kind of stuff, but everyone brings something different and unique and beautiful to the table, right? I'm hearing it's time to find your niche. Okay, bottom of the deck is the cracked cup. So you have broken wishbone, dissatisfaction with life. There's a lot of people around you that are like in competition with you, is kind of what I'm getting, because so you've known the dissatisfaction with life and the cracked cup, okay? Like maybe you know, broke a cup recently, okay? And this is literal, like the cracked cup, but maybe that was just symbolic of like, hey, we know that life has been a little cracked up lately. We know that, like, you know, you've been cleaning up the broken pieces. We know you've been, right, working on healing and becoming whole again, right? You've been going within and going, okay, like if I'm dissatisfied with my life, as within, so without, same above as below, or whatever, right? So if there is a bunch of like chaos happening in my life, it's on some level reflecting back to me the chaos within me. As within, so without. Whatever's going on in here is gonna manifest in our reality, as well as what's running on the subconscious program, which, going back to the law of assumption, is so powerful right now. Okay? I've known a lot of dissatisfaction with my life, but what I'm getting is like a lot of people who are watching you with their eyes, they're dissatisfied with their life. Okay? And then they see you flying high, rising up like a kite in the wind. Okay? Like, the koi fish can be significant for some of you guys. I'm seeing like koi fish tattoo. So that's going to be confirmation for some. The koi fish, the fish in general, the koi fish especially though, it literally represents success. It represents massive wealth and great fortune. Again, law of attraction is the law of the universe. If you think it or speak it, it has to show up. It is the law of the universe. So the only thing standing in between that and receiving it is you, your thoughts, the way, you know what I mean? Everything. Again, so being in the heart space, because I'm telling you, you guys are receiving big. A vacation. You're about to be so successful. Some of you guys, you're about to take a vacation. You could be going on a vacation with someone. Maybe you have travel plans for the holidays, or you're planning to go home and visit for the holidays, for Thanksgiving. Here in the US at the end of November, and then December, we have Christmas, right? It's like the holiday season, New Year's. So I feel like you guys during this time, during the holidays, this is going to be a time of great success. And I did speak of snowflakes. Snowflakes represent like individuality. Like no two snowflakes are ever the same. They're exquisite. They're beautiful. If you put a snowflake under a microscope, like, oh my gosh, they are like these magnificent pieces of crystal and magic, right? That is you. Right? Like you've been put under the microscope, and everyone can see that you are this exquisite, unique, like one of a kind, beautiful, enchanting energy, man or woman, it doesn't matter. Okay? Like some of you guys are like, I need a vacation. Great. Claim it. Manifest that shit. Right? What I'm getting is like a vacation, like a break, like soon, because of what's coming in with the successful energy, the great fortune. You're going to be able to take a vacation. I'm also getting, like, literally, I keep getting, like, ancient Egypt, going to visit Isis temples, Hathor temples, you know, pyramids in Giza, etc., etc. Like, you feel very drawn to the land, your past lives, ancestral selves, lineage, etc. Like, they're calling you back home is what I'm getting. Okay, so for some of you guys, it's very Egyptian, like you need to travel to Egypt to be activated even more. For some of you guys, you'll meet soulmates there, you know, people that you'll work with, that you'll create more success with, whether that's, you know, platonic or romantic. Okay, bottom of the deck here is the elephant. Some of you guys are very connected to the elephant spirit animal. The elephant is a big presence. It's a big energy, right? Elephants are huge. They weigh a lot, right? But they're gentle giants. And that's what I've got here with you. Like, you're someone that your presence is huge. Your energy is big. Your presence is much like the elephant, right? Like, you walk into a room and, like, if an elephant walked into a room, like, everyone's going to notice the elephant, of course. That's you, right? And I'm not calling you an elephant. What I'm saying is you carry the essence of that. You walk into a room, people feel your energy before they even see you. They can feel something different, something powerful, something mystical and you know, ethereal. Okay, it's like all that, right? But the elephant also speaks of obstacles being removed. Like, if you think of a herd of stampeding elephants, like, you do not want to, they don't stop for nothing. They will run over people, cars, trees, like whatever they got to. Okay, that's like a stampede of elephants. So that's what I'm getting is, like, it's like spirit, like, for some of you guys, you're the spirit animal of the elephant is literally helping your guides and the universe to do this. Like, elephants are stampeding through blockages, obstacles, okay? Like, they're helping to remove these out of your path. A long journey. This is what you've been on. It says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Wise like an elephant, you know, like elephants are extremely wise, intelligent, very psychic energy, very empathic. Like, elephants are so smart, you guys, right? And that's you. You have this big energy, this big presence, spiritually, energetically, right? And you've been on this long journey. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not talking, like, so many people have it so ass backwards because, unfortunately, there's so many people, you know, on the internet who are being, you know, they spit things out as facts when they don't even know what they're talking about. So you really have to be discerning, my loves, like, who you're tuning into, who you're listening to, who you're getting information from. Even with me, right? If you watch a reading where you're like, holy shit, like, this was so, like, my message, I just know it, that's amazing, right? But feel free to even, like, you know, pull some cards for yourself or use your pendulum. You know, let's say you watch this reading and you're like, oh, this is so my reading, right? But you want to just, like, further clarify this message, a collective message for you personally. Go for it. Go for it, right? Okay, you are wiser because of what you've been through. You have not just known a dark night of the soul, because we don't just have one of those. Like, we can have moments of extreme healing. We could have dark nights of the soul, right? Like, I can't even tell you, like, I don't know, probably in the last, like, 8 years, 9 years, like 8 years since I started my awakening, I've probably had about, I don't know, 8 to 10, like, super intense, like, time frames of dark night of the soul. My first dark night of the soul lasted for like a year and a half, almost like 2 years straight. It was so crazy. Like, right? But now here I am, right? The wise one, right? We are wise ones. You're a wise one. What you see is high level. Like, you're soaring in the ethers, right? What you see, like the kite, like, it's much higher than what others can see. That doesn't mean you're better than anyone. We are not here for that. That's ego, right? Like, if you come from a place where, like, you're like that, where you're like, oh yeah, my gifts are better than, you know, my gifts are strong. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, you still have some healing to do. Okay. So, you know, I'm the whistleblower here, right? Like, I'm here to, like, speak the truth, right? So anyways, guys, okay, so let's go ahead and get a couple tarot messages just real fast before we start wrapping this up. Okay, so you've known many broken promises. You've been broken you've been broken down so many times. Yeah, exactly. I split the deck on the Ace of Cups. And I love this. This is Intuit Oracle's tarot. Okay. And I like it because they have like the upright meaning, and then they have like, you know, the reverse meaning, right? Etc. They have the sign. If you're wanting to learn the tarot, this is a great tool to learn. Anyways, I split the deck on the Ace of Cups. Literally, like the Ace of Cups reversed is self-love, like meaning like you have to go through self-love first before you can receive true divine you know, love. You know, if you're on a twin flame journey, you need to do some massive freaking healing. The twin needs to do massive healing so that you both can align into a frequency of physical 3D union. That's not guaranteed because of free will, right? That's why I say when you manifest, don't manifest one person's face, because that can really screw you. If that one person just decides to live in a shit show the rest of their life, that doesn't leave you in a good space of union, right? You have to have an open heart. I'm open to receiving. Okay, I'm open to receiving true divine love, okay? But you have been in a Ace of Cups kind of reverse position, and now it's like Ace of Cups upright for you. What did I say earlier about glass half full versus glass half empty? And then we get the Ace of Cups, which means self-love, which means new romantic beginnings. But because you have been embodying self-love, time for reflection, that's where you've been holding back, repressed. You've known a lot of people that have held back their heart. A lot of people have held back from you. There's a lot, like you've known love, but like there has not, like you give love on a different level than like what other people give you. You've dealt with a lot of narcissistic people who deem themselves to be light workers, people who maybe are like, you know, oh, I'm so good, you know, I'm so this, or I'm so that, I'm so Christian. But these are people that like project like very dark energies. And I'm not saying that's like obviously everyone that you've encountered, that's right? But you've known a lot of that. A lot of people holding back, where it's also caused you to hold back and you to be repressed. Okay, but it's also caused you to tune into your intuition. And it's also caused you to take care of yourself first. And through this, boom, now this. Now the Ace of Cups is flowing. Now the Ace of Cups also speaks of overflowing, flowing, abundant energy. Water carries that abundant frequency. Water carries like money. Money carries that same energy as water. Okay? So, you know, if you want to manifest some big, well, you've already manifested, but what I'm saying is like, if you want to like take it even further and to really call these things in like fast, just be in the heart, see money, like $100 bills, just like falling, like raining from the sky, just like, or flowing, you know, over you like a waterfall. Like it's just like receiving, 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 receiving. Okay. Now overflowing love is what you receive. High levels of success, high level spiritual gifts coming through, you leading the way for many, you someday helping others to tap in or activate their spiritual gifts, or to work with their gifts or their healing modalities or certain wisdoms or whatever. Okay. Romantic success is coming in for you at this time. Joy, bliss, new romance, deep emotions. This is it. You guys, this is it. This is it. Joy and bliss. I'm hearing the fountain of youth. See that fountain just pouring, pouring, pouring. If you see like a fountain, like a beautiful fountain at like a business park or a literal park, or I don't know, like maybe you're in Vegas and you're at the Bellagio and you see the water, you know, show or whatever. It's about it just keeps, right? That's overflowing abundance, success, and love are yours. Okay. Look at bottom of the deck showing up is the King of Wands. So you could have a King of Wands coming towards you. This is about you though. This is about man or woman being in your King of Wands leadership. It's like a natural born leader. You are a natural born leader. You've always had a way of speaking with people where they listen, connecting with people. People really like, I don't know, people really listen when you speak. They really want to know what you have to say. They come to you for advice. They come to you for, can I share? Can I talk? Because you're a natural born leader. So you lead the way for many. And that's a big part of this success, this overflowing love and abundance, like everything. Okay? You're someone who makes things happen, or it's time to make things happen. Entrepreneurial energy, charisma, successful energy. Again, we have success, like passionate, a visionary, and very creative. But to get to this point, you know, you've also been in spaces where, again, you had to overcome your dissatisfaction with your own life by healing within first. Like, you had to go within. You had to release control. You had to stand your ground against tyrannical people or energies. Okay, you've had moments where you've lacked energy, where you've lacked experience, but the more you awaken, the more you heal, the more your past life experience and wisdom and knowledge comes through, comes back. It's like having amnesia, right? And then you start remembering your name, who you are, how old, your birth, like you start remembering bits and pieces until one day you remember everything, right? Okay. Let's get one more, please. So King of Wands, yeah. This is a time for free thinking, being a free thinker, making things happen, which is what you've been doing. Your charisma and your ability to be this natural born leader, it's like next level. I'm telling you, you guys, I'm telling you. Okay, let's get one more. The 8 of Cups, yeah, walking away. Look at that. Someone could be a musician, play the guitar. You could be a singer, a songwriter, a songstress is what I'm getting for some of you guys. You're about to have massive success. Some of you, your gifts are like that. You know, it's you know, you're, oh yeah, I'm very intuitive and I'm highly empathic, but I know that my biggest light work here is sound. I know that my biggest light work here is my songs, my lyrics. There are so many beautiful, like, spiritual musicians out there right now. Like, it's crazy, right? Like, one of my favorites is Lizzie Jeff. I love Lizzie Jeff. I love her music. There are a few songs that I've encountered with her where she's a very high vibrational being, but unfortunately I have witnessed some lack mentality in her lyrics, like that create more separation in consciousness. But that's okay, because like I said, that's like, it's like 5% of her work versus 95% of it is like absolutely right. And that's just me personally. But like Lizzie Jeff, you know, Indie 108, I really like Indie. I don't know, there's just like a bunch of different people. But anyways, this is a time where it's like releasing, walking away. For a lot of you guys, this is about being that natural born leader in your life. You've had to walk away from a lot of brokenness. You've walked away from the broken cups. I wanted to say crumbs and cups at the same time. You've tapped into the spirit animal energy of the elephant, where you've stampeded through the obstacles. Okay, you're a visionary, like next level visionary. Okay, you've been releasing what doesn't serve you. You have felt emotionally unfulfilled for so long, and you finally got to this point, right, of your healing journey where you go, oh, Ace of Cups. This is about self-love. This has nothing to do with someone else outside of me or circumstances outside of me. I realize to have true emotional fulfillment, I have to give that to myself. I have to love myself unconditionally, like I would my divine lover. Do you have that love towards yourself like you would your own child, like you would a parent, like you would a lover, a friend? Do you treat yourself like that? You know what I mean? These are all things that you had to go through. Initiations. You've had to let go, ready to walk away. For some of you guys, you're at that point. You're ready to walk away from something, and you need to. You need to embrace that self-love so you can receive the success energy. Okay? Okay, 6 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Better times ahead. Yeah. Look at. This is about movement forward, tranquility, becoming stable, overcoming hardships, peaceful energy, restoration. Things are being restored, conflicts are resolved. You're floating into tranquil waters, tranquil timelines, like just success, like things flowing. I want to take a vacation. I'm going to take 2-3 weeks off work. I can do it. It's all the things, guys. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay, for some of you guys, this is about a lover, but I do have a love message that I need to record, so I'm not going to go into it right now, but this could be about a lover, some kind of divine love, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to end this here, mi amors. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I offer several different types of reading options, spiritual services, anything from like a 20-minute Ven sesh. I do general psychic mediumship readings. I am a past life Akashic reader and guide channel. So if you feel called to past life readings, tapping into your Akashic records, learning about your incarnations and your soul's journeys, etc., that would be a good option. I do a 1-hour channeled goddess reading with Goddess Isis and Mary Magdalene, where they speak through me to you. Other deities, energies that want to come through, ancestors, of course, I will bring them through too. And then I also do quantum healing, intuitive energy healing sessions. So anyways, loves, that's all there. If you guys want to, it's been so crazy. So like the last few days I've been off work. I think it was Monday during the day, I had wrote out a whole thing and posted about our 11/11 portal workshop that we're doing this Sunday on the 10th. It is going to be this is our 13th portal workshop that we've done. I don't do them every month. I only do them when I am divinely called upon and guided to do so. This one is going to be around blockages, wounds, trauma, PTSD, etc., that we are still carrying from the fall of Atlantis. So if you had incarnations or a lifetime during the fall of Atlantis, during this catalytic, like apocalyptic type time, I mean, it was holy wow, right? So there's so many of us that still carry these traumas and wounds, and it affects us still to this day. This is also going to be highly activating your crystalline DNA, your soul blueprint, soul gifts, past life memories, wisdoms, etc., from Atlantis. Okay. Through the golden age of Atlantis, etc., as along with everything else. The ascended masters that are going to be channeling through me for this is Yeshua, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. So Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And then, of course, we will also be the Lemurians and Atlanteans. Atlantean high councils will be there. Isis will be present. Goddess Isis, etc., etc. So tickets are only $44 USD. Anyways, on Monday, this happens here on YouTube like quite often actually. So I always usually will go back and double check. When I post a post on the community page, like sometimes it'll say it posted, but it doesn't post. Well, that's what happened. So I thought I posted this on Monday. It didn't post, and I was kind of wondering because people are watching the readings over this last like week or two where I'm talking about this. So they're emailing and they're going, hey, I'm interested in the 11/11 portal workshop. But I hadn't received any emails about the post and signing up because all of the information was there. So now I have to rewrite it, repost it. Anyways, if you're interested, it's just a few days away. If you can't make it on, the live, which is Sunday the 10th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's all good. It is recorded over Zoom. And the recording is just as powerful because it's on a quantum level. So whenever you tune in, you're there with us in real time. Even if you tune in 2-3 times after the fact, you want to keep doing re-experience, you will have a different experience, different things, feelings, etc. each time you tune in to the recording. So anyways, my loves, just send me an email. Email's down below, GypsyCowgirlTarot@gmail.com, and we will get you signed up. If you have sent over an email over the last few days since Monday, mi amores, I will get back to you. I've been out of commission with this freaking wound on my head. It's gnarly, and it knocked me pretty good. It knocked me pretty good. Like my head is very tender, very much in pain, very bruised, very swollen, which is why I'm not on camera fully right now. So anyways, just send me an email. Same thing with bookings. And I think that's it, right? So just for shits and giggles, I felt called to, this is like a really pop off, blunt oracle deck. It's called like Rebel, or like the Rebels Tarot, or Rebel Oracle, or I don't know, something like that. But it's funny. It's meant to be funny. Okay, so I felt called to use it though. All right. So let's go ahead and get a message. What does the collective need to know as we wrap this up? So again, mi amors, going back to the download, the channeled message, which is probably in the title, you know. Darkness is where creation is born. And you have accumulated and built and acquired so much great fortune and wealth while weathering the storms of your life. And now is the time, as above, so below. Work with the law of assumption, law of attraction, which I know many of you guys are already doing, and all will be well. Like, this is beautiful. All right, let's get a message. What does the collective need to know? Okay, so the Rebel Oracle is saying, you do you, boo. You do you. And that's what you've been doing. Self-loving, reflecting, healing, right? You do you, but you keep doing you. There could be some distractions. There could be some interferences, or, you know, people trying to, like, you know, I don't even know, trying to compete with you or copycat you, or, you know, trying to steal your ideas. You know, I've dealt with that. You know, you be careful what you share with people, because people lack, you know, lack that genuine, like, originality type energy. Like, they will just, like, they will copycat you. They will just take what you are doing or what you want to do, and they'll do it on, you know, for them, right? So be careful. It says, stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Just do you. See, that's what I mean. It's a very blunt, forward, you know, I like it. It's very Aries, and I'm very Aries rising, Aries moon. So that's how Aries are. We're very pop off. We're very direct. We calls it how we sees it. It can be very triggering for people who aren't ready to hear it, right? So anyways, stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Okay, so message for you. I think that most of you guys already know this. And then here, staring me in the face, is you are loved. We do have the Ace of Cups. I think that there is love on the horizon for many of you guys, okay? You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. So there you go. You are so loved. Stay in the heart. Stay in the heart. You are so loved. You are loved. Love is coming to you now. You are here for a big reason, okay? Don't F it up. Meaning, you know, we can be our own worst enemy. We can get in our head. We can overthink. We can, you know, not take action where we feel called to take action. We are, right? We could be our own worst enemy in these regards, right? This is a part of what we're learning and healing. Okay, so anyways, loves, this is where I leave it. I do want to just get one Intuit Oracle. I just saw 4747, which is 1111. Those 11s, those have been coming through nonstop. Like, there is some very intense love in the air. There is some new beginning in the air. There is some massive enlightenment in the air, okay? Here we go. Let's get one, please. The woman. Okay, so whoever, and then look at it, flew out, literally, it flew out on you are loved. So this is divine feminine energy. You literally could be a woman, okay? Feminine energy though. This is about a love. Someone is in love with you. Someone is mesmerized by you. Okay, divine feminine, whoever divine feminine energy here. Let's get one more. The death card. It could be a Scorpio, or just someone with a lot of Scorpio in their chart. Maybe you do. I don't know. Fixed water sign though, right? Scorpio. This is about your destiny. This is about someone who's fixated on you. Okay, so this is now going into the love reading that I feel guided to channel out. During the fall, October 22nd through November 21st. Okay, so in the next like week or two, this could be happening. Very passionate energy, very transformative, life-changing. It's like your life is transforming. There's, what did I say earlier about resurrection, reflection, rejuvenation? Like, this is the time of that. And the death card right here at the end for the feminine energy, being in receiving mode. That's feminine energy, Empress energy. You're in the state of receiving, and you're in the state of high vibrational heart frequency, love energy, things like that. Okay, sexy, determined. That's you. Focus. It's all the things that came out here. But also, someone finds you very sexy, very determined, very focused. Like, they view you as a natural born leader. Like, they view you as someone who, You see it, you go out and get it. You know, you make stuff happen. You're not like, you know, someone who's in the victim mentality of just being like a whiny little bee, you know, nothing ever works for me. I'm just cursed. You know, God has forgotten about me. I am so fucking sick and tired of seeing those comments in the comment section here. Like, affirm down below, magic happens for me now. Magic happens for me now. Magic is here. Magic is mine. Whatever feels right for you, even if it's not that, right? Abundance is mine. I am strong. Whatever it is, affirm down below. And I will write some affirmations in the comments and pin it as well. But like those comments, like I'm like, every time I see comments like that or people who embody that energy, I'm like, well, duh, no flipping wonder. Nothing's fucking happening for you because you're blocking it. Like your victim mentality and, oh, woe is me, woe is me. It's very 4 of Cups. It's like, change something. All right. So that could be a message for some of you guys. Like literally, like there's only 2 divine feminine energies in this entire deck. There you go. For some of you guys, okay, you are ending a relationship with a dark karmic feminine, or, you know, you're walking away from a dark karmic feminine. I mean, this could be anyone. It could be a friend. It could be a mother. It could be a sister, a sibling. It could be an aunt, a cousin, a, you know, lover. I don't know. Let's get one more. Putting the death to something though. Yeah, because you're ready for new beginnings. You're ready for brand new. And this is what's happening for you. Okay, number 13 in the major arcana of the tarot is the death card. So like, I mean, hello, double confirmation. Endings bring beginnings. Death brings life. So you're about to have some brand new people entering your life, brand new opportunities, doors opening, brand new experiences. There's a very spontaneous, creative, carefree vibe around you, entering around you more and more. You're about to have a new perspective on some things. There could be something about spirit babies or a little boy. You might be a mother or a father of a little boy, or maybe you're someone like me where you have a spirit baby around you who's a little boy. But yeah, new beginnings are here. The child speaks of fresh energy. It speaks of new experiences. Okay, so this is what I've got for you guys. This did go much longer than I was anticipating, but it was a very powerful message. So if you're here, know that this message is for you. Again, to email, to connect, for services, please, 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 mi amores, I'm so busy behind the scenes. Please only email me when you are absolutely ready to pay and book for your session. Okay? Please don't email me and go, oh, I appreciate these emails, but I'm honestly too busy to like weed through all the things. So that's why I ask very specifically, serious inquiries only. Like, please only email and message me when you are absolutely ready to book your session. Because when I email you back, I go, okay, here's the payment info. This is how you get on the calendar. Email me back as soon as the energy exchange has been confirmed, meaning your payment has been sent, and then we will get you on the calendar. Okay, I do not have time with love. I do not have time to answer emails, respond, say all the things, give you all the info, and then just you, right? Please, serious inquiries only. I only have time for that. So anyways, I love you guys. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how this connects with you. All the things. For some reason, I'm seeing like a string of pearls. Okay, so pearls, you may want to look up the metaphysical. You're the pearl. You're the diamond in the rough. Okay, the divine pearls of God's source and the angelic realm. Those are what you are being blessed with. Okay, so it's symbolic of like extreme wealth, gifts, beauty, purity. And it's because just like how the pearl is made in the shell of the oyster, it's made through friction, whether sand gets in, whatever, but it's like, it's an irritant. The oyster is trying to get the sand out. It's trying to like, you know, it's irritating to the oyster. That's what you've been going through. You've been trying to, right. And through the process, you've been alchemizing and building this beautiful pearl or pearls in the 5D. That is your fortune. You are the pearl. Okay. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Bye, guys.